All right. Hello, 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 hello. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the February edition of Max Moments Book Club. How are we doing out there? Type a little something in the chat if you're here with me. Would love to see where everybody's at. So just say hello. But yeah, welcome. I'm excited for the second. Right, we did January was the first book club. Now the second one is this February. So I'm excited to be here. So again, welcome to the February Max Moments Book Club. And if you don't know already, let me just give you a little synopsis. So basically, back in 2023, so last year, I I did my I did my first published my first book, and I was so excited about doing it. It took a lot for me to do it, but I finally got it published in 2023, and so there's been a lot of good momentum that's been generated from it. And so what I decided to do as we headed into 2024 is I said, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to take once a month. I'm going to take one of the max moments from of a deep dive, because what tends to happen sometimes is when you read the book, maybe you just want to get to the next thing, and so you just uh, kind of push through the max moment, you move on to the next max moment, and so on and so forth, and so you never really take the time to really understand and go a little bit deeper on what the max moment is. What's up, Rachel? I'm gonna say hello right here. I'm just typing in the chat. Cool. All right, hello to you. So anyways, and so yeah, so basically, we want to go do a little deeper dive. And if you've read the book, then there are 5 sections in the book. Okay, there's 5 sections in the book. So the first section is on max moments on vision, right? You have a great vision in your life. Once you have a great vision, you understand what vision is, then you have to have the right mindset. So section 2 is all about the mindset. Okay, it says max moments on mindset. Then after we've established the right mindset, then you got to take the right and have the right habits. Okay, you got to create the right actions. So the third section is max moments on habits. Okay, how do you create the right habits so you can take the right actions in your life? And then once you've got those habits in place, what's going to happen? Right, life's going to hit you in the face. You're going to take a little left turn or a right turn. You're going to get off course. Something's going to happen. And so what I decided to do is I wanted to create the fourth section about resilience, to say that once adversity does hit, once something does happen in your life, like, how are you going to handle it? And so there are max moments on resilience. So the fourth section is on resilience. And then ultimately we lead into the fifth place, which is to say that, what's up, Alec? How we doing, my friend? All right. So then the fifth section is on happiness, right? Because ultimately, I know a lot of people that are really successful, but they're not very happy. Okay. So how do you do life at a high level? How do you choose to go after something, a vision, with ferocity, and really go after something big, but you also find the joy and the fulfillment and the happiness in that world of high performance while you're pursuing something really, really big. So those are the 5 sections. And so again, what I decided to do is we're going to do one max moment each month. And if you were here with me last month, what we did is we took the first section, which is a section on vision, and we talked about the $12,000 pizza. So for those who have read the book, the $12,000 pizza talks about there is a pizza out there, and it's $12,000. Can't believe it. It's $12,000. And so this idea of the $12,000 pizza, it talks about many of us, we don't treat our life like that $12,000 pizza. We kind of treat it like a $10 takeaway pizza, right? Or a Papa John's pizza or something like that. Okay. But when we actually start to look at our life like a $12,000 pizza, then we start to look at what we're capable of and what we can do in a different way. All right. And so that was kind of last month. And we kind of we asked this question: is it what is my job on the planet? What is it that I know something about that probably won't happen unless I take responsibility for it? So that was this idea of vision. Okay. So now what we're going to do this month is I'm going to go do a quick max moment, and we're going to get right into it here. Is going to spend this max moment this February, and we're going to talk about, once you have a great vision. Okay. So once you create that $12,000 piece, so once you start looking at your life as have a responsibility to show up in this world and do something extraordinary. Okay. What prevents people from doing it? What prevents somebody from ultimately following through on the vision that they say that they want to achieve and they want to have and they want to do? What holds them back? Okay. Well, oftentimes I think it's a little bit of fear, and we kind of get conditioned to stay in our comfort zone. Okay. So in this second book club, if you have the book and you've got it with you, what I'd love to do, I'd love for you to turn to page 59. So the second max moment we're going to cover here is, once you've got that vision, you got to create the right mindset. And so in section 2 of the max moments, there is a max moment called the fly bar. Okay. We're going to take a little deep dive right now into the fly bar. I'm going to read it. I'm going to ask you some questions. So if you, we're not going to be home for very long, probably going to be here. I think the plan was to be for about 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. So if you have a pen and paper, I'd love for you to grab something to write with, because I'm going to ask you a few questions in here. We're just going to do a little deeper dive into this fly bar. So as I said before, once you've got the great vision, now we have the right mindset to carry out the vision. And so, as I said before, what holds us back oftentimes is fear, and just kind of this idea of kind of just wanting to stay in our comfort zone. So this fly bar is a little bit about the concept of fear and the idea of letting go. Okay, something that we could all use in our life. So I'll just go ahead and read it. Okay, so if you've got it with me, follow along page 59, and it says here, it says the fly bar. It says a French acrobat by the name of Jules Liotard performed the very first trapeze act at the Cirque Napoleon in Paris in 1859. Okay, so if you know anything about like trapeze acts, the acrobats, they do crazy stuff. If anybody been to Vegas, you've been to Cirque du Soleil, right? They do crazy, crazy stuff. So he was the first person that did this trapeze act at the Cirque Napoleon in 1859 in Paris. Okay, so his act completely wowed audiences because it involved people flying through the air at heights upwards of 40 feet and all without a safety net. So just think about it for a second. Can you imagine flying through the air like 40 feet in the air with no safety net, right? I mean, just imagine what's going through your mind at that time if you're one of those people. So it says in traditional flying trapeze, there is a flyer and a catcher, okay? And they climb these tall ladders up to a small platform. Now, the catcher has a catch bar and the flyer has a fly bar. And they both swing through the air. And at the appropriate time, the catcher is going to signal to the flyer to let go of their bar. Okay? Then the flyer will propel themselves through the air until the catcher, who is dangling in midair on the other trapeze, catches them. All right. Now, just think about it for a second. Just think about the concept of flying through the air and then relying on somebody else or something to catch you. Otherwise, you're going to fall that 40 feet with no safety net. Okay. Now, here's the thing. According to many of the top trapeze performers, the greatest challenge they face when trying a new trick, because of all the potential dangers and everything that could go wrong, is what they call the mental block. Now, I don't know about you, if you thought about in your life, like mental blocks that you have, right? Things that prevent you, hold you back. Again, whether it's fear, limitation, but we all have them, right? We all have these mental blocks. And it says here, it says, because of all the potential dangers, everything go wrong, these trapeze artists, they deal with something called the mental block. All right, so here we go. So it says, think about it for a moment. What is the hardest part of the trapeze act? It's letting go. Letting go. And it's hard to let go of the fly bar because you're about to do something that you've never done before. 40 feet in the air, no less. Let me pause right there for a second. Think about that in your life. Is there something that's really hard in your life that's hard to let go of, right? And that's what we're talking about here is we're taking this idea of acrobats and trapeze artists, and we're trying to take that max moment and relate it to your life. This idea of letting go in your life. Like, are there mental blocks that you've got? Are there things that you find hard to let go? And it says, letting go of the fly bar goes against every natural instinct that we have, because our natural inclination is to hold on. Think about that. Our natural inclination as humans is to hold on. We want to hold on to what we have. We want to hold on to a level of comfort. We want to hold on to that level of security. And the book says, I'm telling you right now that you've got to overcome the mental block if you're going to let go of the fly bar and take your life to the next level. Because you see, when you let go of the fly bar in your life, it will mean no longer in your zone. I mean, moving out of that place of comfort and into the unknown, which is not safe. It's going to mean life with faith because you're no longer in control. But what waits on the other side of the fear and the unknown when you let go of the fly bar is something truly extraordinary. So let's pause for a minute. If you've got someone to write with, what I want you to do right now is I want you to answer this question, okay? And it's right here in this max moment. It says, based on what we talked about, taking this concept of trapeze artists and flying acrobats and this mental block and the idea of letting go, which can be very hard for not just trapeze artists, but people in our life too. Answer this question. What flybar do you need to let go of that is currently keeping you at a safe level? Think about that right now. I'm going to pause. Okay, I'm going to pause. I want you to think about it. Okay, if you're live right now and you want to put it in the chat, go ahead and put it in the chat. If you're watching this on repeat somewhere, then just think about it. But what I want you to do is I want you to at least write it down. What flybar, what mental block, what limitation, what fear do you need to let go of that is currently keeping your life at a safe level, that's holding you back from getting to that next level? Think about it and write it down right now. And it's the one that once you let go of is going to take you to that next level of success and impact and creativity and love and abundance and all those different things. Okay, so write it down. Okay. And here's the key to this right now. Let me just say this. This is the key to the book club. This is why I designed this book club. This is why I designed to meet here once a month, every month, is because somebody might read this Max Moment and not even stop to really contemplate what this Max Moment means to them and how it relates to them. So I want you to think about it right now. That's why you showed up on this book club. That's why you're listening to me right now, is because it's not just about reading it. It's about taking the Max Moment and then processing it and applying it to your life. So what is the flybar? What is the mental block, the fear, the limitation that you need to let go of that is currently keeping your life at a safe level, right? And it's the one that's going to help you. Once you let go of it, it's going to help you get to that next level of success and impact and creativity and love and abundance, okay? And then the second thing, and I'm going to give you another minute to do this, okay? This is why you showed up. This is that next level, okay? I want you to start writing down. Take like 60 seconds and start writing down, what would life look like? What would it feel like? What would it be like once you let go of that flyby? Once you let go of that fear, that limitation, like whatever, once you let go of it, what is possible for you? Go ahead and write that down right now. Okay. Again, take 60 seconds, write it down. What would it look like for you? What would it feel like? What would it smell like? What would it taste like? Like, what would it be like if you finally let go of that limitation? What would be possible in your life? What would you do? What would you achieve? Where would you go? Who would you meet? Okay. Just write some things right down right now. Okay. Because again, this is the purpose of this book club. It's not just to read the Max Moment, but it's actually to embrace it, embody it, and apply it. That's it. I'm going to pause myself for another 30 seconds right now. Go ahead, write it down. What would life look like once you let go of that flyby? Once you let go of that limitation, that fear, that mental block? All right, to everybody's with me live, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being with me live. And if you're watching again later, thank you for that too. But go ahead, take this time right now, write it down, write a couple of notes, write it on your phone, write it on the paper, whatever. But just make sure you're doing it right now in real time. Do it. What is the flyby that you need to let go of that is currently keeping your life at a safe level? And what would life look like when you finally allow yourself to let go of that flyby? I'll give you another 15 seconds. All right. So now you've answered those two questions, okay? You're further along than most people who've never really thought about these type of things, or maybe they've thought about them, but they've never actually taken the time to write those things down. So whatever it is for you, I just want to say we're all in the same boat. You're not alone, okay? Myself included. Like, we all have these fears, we all have these limitations, we all have these mental blocks. And I just want to say that up front, like whatever it is you wrote down, like you're not the only person, okay? Like we said, the acrobats, right? Every single time, go onto YouTube, right? Go and type in a Cirque du Soleil, go on and type it in, watch and see the acrobats and see the amazing things they do, okay? And it's incredible. But what makes it so incredible? It's that they have courage to let go. Maybe you have too. And I've been to a couple of Cirque du Soleil shows in Vegas. And when I go, I leave and I'm so mesmerized by what they're able to do. And when you actually look at it, the reason that it's so mesmerizing, the reason that it's so unbelievable, because they're so talented at what they do. They're so they're so good at what they do. They're masters of what they do. But what they also have is the courage to let go. And so I'll leave you with this very last part of the Max moment right here. And this kind of sums everything up. And I'll leave it here and then we'll set you on your way. So Cirque du Soleil coach Miguel Vargas. Okay, so he's a coach at the Cirque du Soleil shows. So Cirque du Soleil coach Miguel Vargas, who is a 5th generation circus performer, which means his family has been doing Cirque du Soleil and acrobatics and stuff their whole life. Okay, the 5th generation circus performer, and he says that after all the training is done, after all the repetitions are complete, all that's left is the courage to let go. I'm saying the same to you right now. In this book club for February, where we talk about the fly bar, is that you can train all you want, you can learn all you want, you can get all of the licenses you want, you can read everything you want, you can do all of it, which is so important to train yourself, be prepared for the moment. But ultimately, what separates the good from the great, the people that do from the people that don't, the people that will from the people that won't, what separates them is just like Miguel Vargas says, it's having the courage to let go. So as we leave today, as somebody who also has to free myself of the mental blocks and the limitations of fears, I'm saying to you, let go. Let go of that fly bar. Let go of what's keeping you in that safe zone, in your comfort zone. Let go. Because I promise you, once you let go, like those trapeze artists and those Cirque du Soleil performers show us, when you let go, extraordinary awaits, amazing awaits, transformation awaits, and life-changing things await. Okay. So thank you for being part of the book club. As I said before, every single month is not meant to be this huge drawn out thing. It's just I wanted to share this book. I wrote it for a reason. I wanted to share it with people. There's been lots of people that have purchased the book and they've read it, but I also made a commitment here in 2024 that I wanted to take this opportunity to at least go a little deeper on some of the Max moments. So we're going to do 1 month. Last week, $12,000 pizza. This week, the fly bar. Next month, I should say, last month, this month, and then next month will be a different one. We'll get into the next section, which is going to be on habits. But all of these Max moments, let me share this finally, talk about the courage to let go. All of these Max moments are designed for you to master meaning in your life, for you to take things in your life and start to look at them in a different way, to start to look at obstacles and adversities and things that happen in your life and start to challenge yourself to look at them in a different way, to master the meanings and associate positive meanings that help you, not hurt you, right? And make you better and not worse, and push you closer to what you want and not further away. And today, what we're learning, talking about mastering meaning, is that mental blocks are going to come up, fear is going to come up, but if you master in the right way, having the courage to let go, it's going to transform your life. Okay. So again, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. February book club. I'm loving it. I'm excited. And I know some of you are on the call, like I'm seeing some of the people in the chat and stuff like that. So I appreciate you. I look forward to seeing you sometime in the past in the future. But yeah, go out, share these messages with people, share it with your team, share it with the world, because it's all about living life at the next level. Okay. Thanks again. Happy Sunday. And I'll see you next time. All right. Take care.